Since I arrived in Italy, I've met so many amazing people, but at the same time, I've met a couple, not a lot actually, very, very few, a couple of rude people as well. And just 2 days ago, there was one really rude cashier. Like, she was really rude. And honestly, this type of attitude treatment I haven't received in a very long time. I can't even remember the last time I got this rude treatment. So it was like so refreshing. Of course, it's not my first time ever meeting a rude person, but here was a huge difference. A long time ago, when I was encountering these rude people, I remember my feelings getting offended. I wanted to say something and I wanted to point out how rude this person is. Or most of the time, to be honest, I couldn't say anything because I was a nice person, and I would just walk away from there and regretting and getting like frustrated and like getting mad at the person. So that was when I was much younger, of course. Although these things didn't really happen a lot in my life, when it did happen, it ruined my mood. I don't know, it bothered me for the longest time. I like it would last for a whole day. And actually, this time while traveling, when I was dealing with these unfair treatments and their rude attitude, I'm not gonna say it didn't bother me at all, but actually, it barely bothered me. Now, actually, I feel bad for the person who's being rude to me because now I know people who are happy, people who love themselves, never ever treat other people like that. That is impossible. But this doesn't mean I'm pitying them. Like, I'm not saying, oh, that person is rude and that person doesn't love themselves, so I'm better, so there's no reason to care about this person's attitude. It's not like that. It's more like I've hated someone before. I've like treated, not really, but there were moments when I treated some people badly. Of course, everybody done it at least a couple times, or like hundreds of thousands of times in life. Like, nobody's perfect. We make mistakes. We are sometimes immature. All of my mistakes, all of my like growing process, and all of my phases where I was not loving myself and I was like mad at everything. There was a phase like that. And there were people around me who just let me be who I was, didn't make a big deal out of the root stuff I was doing. With all of that process I went through, I became who I am right now. I'm still growing, but now I know how to love myself. I've just grown a lot as a person, right? Thanks to people who just slip those little mistakes here and there. So it's them being rude and them going through that phase where they're angry at life, or they're angry at whoever they're being rude to. It's maybe a phase that'll last lifetime. I don't know, but I know deep down they have a capability to love themselves, although they are not experiencing at that moment. So I don't see that person as like just a rude person because that person is being rude. I just see that person as going through this phase. And growth, you just gotta go through every phase, and that's honestly a point of life. That's the fun of life. We're experiencing all of those phases to enjoy other phases. I feel like I wouldn't be so happy and experiencing this me so much right now if I didn't go through whatever phases I was in before. So I think I just see it as like a their growing process, so it doesn't really bother me. And also, like, how these people treat other people, or how they treat themselves. If this person is rude to you, like let's say level 5, then I guarantee they treat themselves really bad in their mind at least 10 times, up to 1,000 times. The level of hate they have for other people, it's honestly hate for themselves. I don't see them treating me badly as them treating me badly because they are looking at me, or they're not even looking at me because they want to express that, I don't care about you, I'm being rude to you, whatever they do, that's what they're doing to themselves. I'm like their mirror. I just know for a fact because I personally experienced this. Although I've never been rude to other people like that, I've personally experienced something like that. Whenever I was judging people, I was putting that standard on myself too. I was judging myself like that. So I know when people are acting rude to me or rude to other people, I know it's their problem. That's what's going in their mind. When she was being rude to me, I didn't see it as she being rude to me, but I saw it as like she being rude to herself. Also, I actually want to add this too, to especially, I don't know what age you would be, but especially teens, when somebody says and does something offensive, you feel like it's because of your being. Like your existence offended them, or your action offended them. Especially like nice kids, you would find reasons in you. What did I do wrong? Like, you know what I mean? But you, every time, this is a really good opportunity to practice love on yourself. Every time you face offensive comments, offensive action, offensive whatever other people are doing, your worth, your existence, a value of your existence is never dependent on them. It's like you're the owner of this store and you're making this product. This is your own product and you are putting a price on them. Nobody can put a price tag on them. If a random customer walks in, takes something out of their pocket and write, "Oh, this product is $1," and put that tag on your product, and say, "Oh, see, this is the price. I'm gonna pay $1." But that is not the price, You are the one who is putting the price tag on your product. Just like that, nobody can put a price tag on you. Nobody can put any amount of value on you, whether it is like $1,000, $1,000,000, or even it's like it's $0. It doesn't matter how much. Nothing matters. It's only about you putting the price tag on you. And honestly, if you really know yourself, and if you really not just, don't look at these insecurities, these thoughts, but really go deep inside you, you will discover that you are pure love, and love is unlimitlessly and like forever expanding. Love covers all, love understands all. That means your value, you are love, your existence is just, you can't even put a price tag on that because it's so valuable. You're worth everything. Your existence, no matter what other people say and how other people act, it doesn't matter. You're very precious, and you gotta know your worth. You gotta know your worth so you doesn't get like shaken by other people's, bringing their own price tag, like trying to put it on you. It's not worth your energy. Whatever she does that shouldn't bother you because it doesn't matter. And I feel like as a teen, you feel like your existence, your value, they're really dependent on what other people think of you, opinions, friends' opinions. Even as a grown up, honestly, we put that, we are very dependent on like your boss's opinion, or I don't know, your grades, or even your parents' opinion, whatever, or the society's standard, but they are meaningless. And once you really know that, once you really know this truth, you just cannot be offended by rude people. You kind of like feel compassionate towards them. I don't want to leave this on talking about rude people. I've met way more amazing people. We often remember a very few negative people, but forget all of these amazing people who went out and did extra for us. But if the person who treats you badly is your friend or someone who's close to you that you gotta see them every day, cut the tie. Because I do not let other people treat me bad. I'm just letting it slide this time because they're a stranger and I'm not gonna see them again. It's not worth, the drama. My mood is much more important. I don't mean staying with person who treats you badly. I don't mean that's how you being compassionate. That's actually being bad to yourself. Oh, I am using this mic because the washing machine is pretty loud. I hope it worked well. I hope you are surrounded by amazing people. You deserve it. You are amazing. You're lovable. I loved having you here. Have a great day. Hopefully, I get to see you again. Bye bye.